asked a lot is, how do you make your combinations of jigs? How do you know what colors to use? And I'm gonna make it simple for you. Basically what I do is what I call match the hatch. Ike Nelly well, he didn't really come up with the idea, but he made it kind of famous. But what it is you just basically match the forage in the lake. In the springtime, I'm going to fish more of a crawdad, crayfish color. You know, you're going to do your green pumpkins. You're going to have a little bit of orange in there and things of that nature. And then towards the summertime, when they get to feeding on shad, even in the winter, you know, in the fall and winter time, I'm going to use more of those bluegill colors, more of your whites, and more of your dark, dull green pumpkin and blues. That's really what I'm going to use. Something else I get asked a lot about jigs is, how in the world do you put a trailer on it? It's simple, I promise. There's several different ways you could do it. I've got one here. It's a KVD perfect chunk, just a perfect crawfish imitator. And most of the time when I'm fishing a crawdad imitating jig, that's what I'm going to try to imitate, I go straight through the chunk. That's it. And it's going to be sitting there in the middle, and it's going to sit there. And basically what that does is when I throw it into the water and it's coming through those rocks, it's going to be, the head of the jig is going to be down, and those pinchers are just going to be flapping. And that just kind of entices the bass. Now something else, if the bass get real finicky, you can actually thread it all the way up on there to this handy dandy little bait keeper that D&L has put on these jigs. But you put it all the way up there and see how it barely comes out of the skirt? That's more of a finesse style. So that's basically how I rig all my jigs. I'll vary the trailers. If I'm using a swim jig, I'm going to use something that's like a little swim bait or a subwoofer from Berkeley or something like that. Something that's got a paddle tail or makes a lot of vibration. If I'm going to be using more of a casting jig, I'm probably going to have more of a crayfish or a crawdad type imitating trailer and things like that. So keep it simple. That's it. Jigs how to.